How hard can he come in and hit it? Like,
Yeah, pretty hot.
over here.
Yeah, pretty hot. Yeah.
Can you? Is it fishtail hot? Or
Well,
what is
it'll slide in hot. He'll come in and do a little slide in like that. So
Okay.
not quite a 90
Hit
probably.
the
The e-brake and then slide to a stop right there.
Okay.
Not quite a 90 probably. But we wanted to be kind of across two spots. So basically what we'll do is we'll pull him in to an end mark.
Right.
We want him to land.
Right.
Back him up and he'll come in and woo, woo.
Are there any other marks, cues, visual things for him? Are you going to be there giving him one of these, or just going to
So
hit it on a
he's
dime?
going to come in and land.
You've done this before.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Steve Ritchie. I'm the stunt coordinator here on I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. And basically I organize the stunts and put together the stunt people to do the action scenes in the movie, also working with the actors when we're doing fight scenes and whatnot. I actually started back in Florida, in Orlando, doing a stunt boat show at Universal Studios back in '89. And back then in the late 80s, early 90s, there was a lot of production in Orlando. So it opened a lot of doors for me, met a lot of people, and thankfully met some mentors that helped, teach and learn a lot and get a stunt group of people together and do workouts and just branched out from there. I was there for about 3.5 years and then left there and just started working full-time in film and television. It's different on every show, obviously, depending on this show. It's mostly a lot of working with actors, so it's the prep for this would be rehearsing, seeing the locations and rehearsing locations to what we're going to do for the scene, whether it be a fight scene, whether it be driving, whatnot. Then we had a couple stunt pieces on this where we're using stunt guys for driving. We're doing a pull-up tonight with cop cars, and so cast some stunt actors. But on shows that have some more action on them, there's much more prep. You can come in, months before the show starts and start designing stunts, building roll cages in cars, testing different stunts for, like for instance, when we did 12 rounds, we were literally T-boning a pickup truck and cannoning a pickup truck on Canal Street with a real street car. And we had to land the truck between all the power poles for the overhead lines for the trolley system. So that had to be tested to make sure that we could thread the needle with that gag. So things like that, you've got to test them to make sure they're going to come out right. Even fight scenes, I videotape them, show them to the director, make sure he likes them. If he wants to change, we go back and change it, videotape it again, take it to the director, and make sure it's what he wants. That way, when we show up on the day, everything's done, we're ready to shoot it. A lot of it is gut feeling. It comes from experience. In my instance, I follow my gut a lot. I can, your safety boundaries come from common sense and from experience. Being on other sets where you've watched other things, people do certain things and the way they work out, and a lot of I go by a gut feeling. If I feel like something's pushing too far, or I feel like something doesn't feel right, I'm very strong about following my gut. So, and it just usually if you do that, it doesn't steer you wrong. So it comes really from experience, being around enough sets, being around enough gags to know how things should react and how equipment should act and how stunt people should react. It always doesn't go that way, but and you've got to be ready for that. That's why we hire stunt people to do a lot of the stunts, because they are trained to react a certain way and to react to situations happening quickly. Well, a long time ago I did a show called Face Off, where I was doubling John Travolta for the boat chase and helped design the boats and the chase at the end of the movie. That was a pretty big sequence and a lot of fun. We worked on that for a couple months. And that was a challenging one as far as getting the whole sequence together and designing the boats and just working it out. The logistics of working on the water is always a big challenge. Show I just finished, actually, that's not even out yet, a Rennie Harlan directed movie called 12 Rounds, was a big challenge. It's a solid action, big chase movie from beginning to end. So it's nothing but, runaway trolleys plowing into cars and guys jumping off of buildings while they're blowing up and things like that. So that was a big one, because it was a 100% action movie from start to finish. So starring John Cena from WWE. So he's got that big action fan base. The most challenging part probably is to make sure the director gets exactly what he wants as far as action goes, get the best punch for your buck, and make it safe. So the bottom line is safety is number one. You don't ever want to get anybody hurt, but you're always trying to push that envelope find that fine line between how far you can push it and not push it so far that somebody gets hurt. Seeing it up on screen. I mean, seeing the final finished product, and is very rewarding. When you see something and the gag comes out and looks really good, it's something to be proud of, because the hard work. There's so much hard work that people don't realize that goes into what we do. So much preparation, so much time, so many people. I mean, look at all these people out here to do this movie, and hundreds of people sometimes. And a lot of people don't really understand that. So when you see the final product and you sit back and take a look at it, it's something to be proud of because it's an accomplishment. So that, and I like to work with people that I like and people with friends, and just having a good time on the set, that's very satisfying. I love being on a movie set.
Ready, and action, please. Wow, wow.
Tail sticks.